Hello, folks, and welcome to a little special Let's Talk / review. As many remember, a year ago, I did a review of this game, Blood Bowl 3, where I absolutely lambasted it and gave it such a scathing review. And now, since a year has passed, the question is, has this game improved, or has it went backwards? Well, let's find out, shall we? So let's get to the crux of many arguments is the game playable and stable? Yes. It has become more playable, more stable, because remember what I said really last year, where I said, and I quote, that the game had so many game-breaking bugs and glitches, it became unplayable, and you couldn't play online at the time because the online feature was not working yet. But with the online feature working, and from what I've seen and experienced, it is working well. It does have its odd, bugs. Nothing groundbreaking or, destroys your consoles or your PC. But more along the lines of little weird bugs. Like, one of the bugs I usually see is with the Apothecary is when your player gets injured and use Apothecary, sometimes the player's still on the pitch. That can be a bit annoying at times, but at the same time, it's one of those things where yeah, it's annoyance, but it's not like it's gonna drive you up the wall. Like half of it was where the game kept on breaking down, hard crashing, and heck, even half my stats were not even being saved. So yeah, so the game has improved quite considerably. Not only that, I want to talk about the next part, which I think we all want to know about, is the Battle Pass. Now, as it's called, the Blood Pass. Is the Blood Pass, well, good? Is it worth the time? Is it value for money? Now, as many may not know, it costs 1,000 to get a Blood Pass. And to me, that's a steal. Hear me out. Why it's a steal? Hear me out. First off, if we look at these, the items, let's start with the cheerleaders, for example. A cheerleader, you cannot get on their own. You cannot get them on another, special days thing. So basically, which I'll cover in a minute, which is one of the biggest gripes I've got, but I'll cover that later. They're about 500 for one of them. That's them for start. The team is roughly about 750 just for a bog team. And then you've got some of the gear, which I can actually show you. So we'll get to about this shop in a minute, but I'll use this as a minute example. So you can have an idea. You can buy them now. So as you can see here, this is black because that means I did the season. I got the team for, you can get the team for this. Now keep in mind, the team does not come into this effect until a week after the next reveal. Now, as you all know, this is the undead version that's going on right now until the next one, which is in a month's time. Now, as you can see here, for the ultimate pack, you would need well over 5,000. But there's a deal going on at the moment, but 5,000 that contains a faction, full customization sets, ball and dice. Now, this does not include, guys. Now, as you can see here, now take a look at these costs. This is a rare level. These are all rares. These are greens. Now, as you could see from all this, use this as an example. Now, Epic does go up to 150 and Legends goes 250. So keep that in mind. So as you can see, if they're grey, they were part of the season, which I got some of them. Now I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really care about most of the cosmetics. I wanted the team and the stadiums, because the stadiums are worth a lot. So 530, right? So that would have gone up to something like 600 to 700, 6,000, 7,000. So if we go back to the Blood Pass, as you can see here, there's a lot of rares, epics. Now, as far as the Blood Bowl stands and pitch, we don't know their cost yet, because they've never been in the store yet. They've only been exclusively locked in the season pass. So if you want this, you have to pay 1,000 to get this. Now, I'm going to be honest. How do I know the cheerleaders are 500? Well, if we go back to the shop again, the current special is cheerleaders, which is 500 just for a cheerleader. Now, there are certain things we'll talk about, but we'll get to that in a minute. And also you got the coaches, they're 500 as well. So basically, for 1,000, 750 is the team, and 1,000 for just the cheerleaders and the coach. And if we count all the items as well, and the free 50 like warp stone, you're looking at roughly, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, you're looking at like 7,000 to 8,000 points worth of gear for a 1,000-point battle pass. I mean, yes, you have to play the season, which is, to be honest, this is the next thing we'll talk about. The battle pass is so easy to do. I mean, I done this, right? This season alone, I did a level a day. I mean, 90 days is more than enough time to build, to get the season done. I mean, I did it a level a day, which is not that hard because the way the game works is, and in my opinion, one of the best battle passes I've seen, where everything you do goes toward it. Similar to Fortnite. Like, that's how good it is. Now, the fact that you could do anything, like play against AI or computer. Now, I am going to be very, very blunt about the AI grind method, which I sometimes use. You are looking at anywhere between 350 to 600 XP per match. Now, I am not 100% sure how it works. It's a bit finicky. But as far as the online side goes, from what I've seen, that's anywhere between 400 to 1,000. Now, keep in mind, this is only if you complete the match. Not like go halfway and go, right, let's say your opponent quits on you, you're only going to get as far as what you got. So it is a bit of a risk and reward kind of thing. If you've got a player who's going to go all the way and finish the match, you'll get a decent payout. But if you've got players who are big salty as hell and just go, F this and just quit, yeah, you might not get much. So it can be frustrating. The problem with the AI side of it, it can be a bit like you work so hard to try and get as much XP, but then you just, walk away with hardly anything. So it's like, it's a bit of a random generator, I'm being honest, but it's not a bad thing because, like I said, usually 2 matches I've got a level, or sometimes 3 if I want to push it. But 9 out of 10, guys, I could get a level a day. Heck, if I really wanted to, I could go 2 levels a day and just get this done in under 25 days instead of 50. So there is like different ways you could do this. I mean, yes, you'll probably need about an hour or 2 hours to get either 1 level or 2 levels, and it can be monotonous. And before anyone asks, don't use the same team against the same team twice because it doesn't work. It's like it only do for the first one, then the second one you have to do for different teams. So I have multiple teams to do it. That's the way with the AI side. Now, let's get to some bad points. Let's start off with, the one thing that we as YouTubers are waiting for is the Ant-Man tools. Now, the Ant-Man tools have been confirmed that in this game now is a beta version, but it's not the full set yet. They have confirmed that the rest of it is still coming and still being tested. But one thing we want is validation and able to change the matches, like the score if things go wrong, or validate matches, and also to progress, like moving on from like the current format they've gone. Like if certain time to just do it automatically. No, we want to control that so that way we can get things rolling. So once they've come in, we will do the Blood Bowl League, but whenever that happens, I don't know. But the second crux is the shop. Now, I've been waiting to get to this part because I find the shop absolutely a mess. I really do find it as a mess. Now, first off, the free warp stone. Now, every week you gain 10 warp stone. Now, you might think 10 is not worth it. It is. Trust me. It's not worth it to one extent, but it's good for now. Like, if you need, like, say you're roughly at, like in the season, you're, like, 50 away from, like, getting a level up and you got 5 weeks. That's when it comes useful kind of thing. So, it's a bit of a hit and miss kind of thing. But what irks me is this, right? Now, these are on special. And these are not even in the faction packs. Or the player customization packs. No. They are just there to grab. I mean, take the Nurgle cheerleaders. the Nurgling cheerleaders, the Dark Elf cheerleaders, the Skaven cheerleaders, and some of the coaches are not available. They're not. You can only get them through here. And you have to hope that they show up. So basically, right now, this is what we've got right now. Now, this will change when the video comes out, but I'm using this as an example. Take the dice here. You've got 1 day and 18 hours, then that's gone. It leaves. So every 2 or 3 days, you have to come back here and see what's available. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not. Because, one, means that if I miss any of the cheerleaders I want to get, I have to wait to X amount of time before they come back. Same with all the gear. Now, frankly, like I said, I'm not fussed about this. Cheerleaders a little bit because I want to, because I like to make style and profile my stadiums, which I'll get to that about customization in a minute, but I'm not a fan of it. I mean, we're going to play the customization of the players. I mean, if you look at this, right? I mean, yes, they've got all the factions. So, if we go by Nurgle, as an example, there's the head. Now, I believe the piece in question was an arm piece. Was it the right arm or the left arm? See? It's not there. Certain parts are either locked behind paywalls or special deals where they will come out. Because, as you can see, the Nurgle, like, Grizzly Guts is a blue item. Now, if we look at this one here, I'm going to use it as an example. This one is the Ghoul Rumble from the Shambling Undead. So, it's a common, right? Now, is it in the... So, if we go by Shambling Undead. So, these are the bodies I've already picked up. Arms. I mean, look at this. That Ghoul arm is not even in here. It's not even here. So, yeah. There are certain pieces and parts that are not in the game. And to me, that's bad. That's pretty much telling me that, right, if I want to be full on, like I want to fully style and profile, I have to literally spend more money to get more Warpstone tokens just to get them. And to be honest, I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait for each season, grab the season, and grab what I really want. Now, what is it I really want, you may ask? Well, I'm going to show you. I'll use, use the Shaman deck, because it's their season, so let's use them. Now, as far as customization goes, I do like the fact they put more into it, and also, every season you get new stuff, like new patterns, emblems. I mean, as you can see here, we've got all this, like... Now, some of these are locked behind, like, level progressions or paywalls, but mainly level progressions. And colors. But what I do like is the fact that we always get a coach. I mean, as you can see here, we've got more coaches, new animations. So I do like that. I mean, as you can see here, I just recently got Griff Overwall and Bryce. So I got these two. So they do bring out more customization. At least with these, you can just, you know, grind the season, get them, and they're on your side. And I do like that. At least they have a way of getting them. I mean, unlike the ones that were in the base game where you have to buy them, I probably will buy them at a later date when, you know, when we're done with all the seasons, or if I'm in a mid-season where I've got enough just to, you know, buy another player. But other than that, moving on. Sorry about the jumping in there, guys. I had someone coming in there. But I digress. So, also, another thing they've also brought in as well is the pitches, like stadiums. If we look at the pitches here, yes, you can only get it through the season, and level up. But as you can see here, they've really, really, you know, did more design of the pitches. I mean, we've got the Undead one, which I'm using right now for the Champion Hordes. We've got Skaven, Underworld, Orc, Old World, Nurgle, Lizardmen. So there are plenty of like customizations in both players and pitches, which I do like. Same with now the grandstands, however, I have to give a negative to. There's only 3, and by the looks of this, there's supposed to be more, but they're not showing up. I don't know if they're going to be in future seasons or they're going to be available for us to buy. I don't know, because we've only got Canyon, Seashore, and City, which is kind of sucks. I want us to have at least another like variety, like the mountains, or like the Underhive, or you know, Skaven Blight. Yeah, more of those kind of pictures. Heck, even a Necropolis would be nice. But we'll have to wait and see. And then you've got the dugouts where we've got like, I mean, to be fair, there's only what you can get for the seasons. I have ran into at least the staffing zone. I did run into a chaos one, which was like, you have to buy that, which I think it sucks. That should have been up for grabs. And last but not least, guys, if we go to Google Map, yep, we go here. Manager progression. We have the progression, which goes all the way to 100, and that's it. Now, if you complete the progression, you do get roughly about well over 1,000 warp stones. So basically, you're going to get a free season. And also history shows you some of the replays. Now, as you can see, I've only got this one because it's approved. And it's all my teams. And hang on a second. Excuse me. Had to sneeze there. Also your friends and all that. But in my honest opinion, Blood Bowl 3 has improved dramatically. Is it worth getting now? Well, I'm going to be honest, guys. Yes and no. Hear me out. Why yes and no? On the one hand, yes, because we've got now 3 teams. You can easily get them now, and the game is a lot playable. On the other hand, maybe not, because of the fact that we don't know if it's going to be a Legendary Edition, because I know some people say, oh, they won't do that because they got the pass. There's a reason why I believe that could happen, because, you see, the Tabletop Blood Bowl game by Games Workshop is almost finished its cycle. It has. It's almost there. We still got the Chaos Dwarves, the Elves, and the Khemri teams still left to go. I think we've got about three left. After that, you have to make a brand new like book and rules. Now, whether or not Blood Bowl 3 will be like a game where it just says, right, once the new rules come into force, we'll change them. Or they'll do something other. So, I really can't say what they'll be doing. But in any case, folks, that's all I've got to say. And like I said before, Blood Bowl 3 has improved dramatically. It is better than it once was. And this is, to me, and I'm going to be honest, this is what it should have been day one. But, like all games, it usually takes like a year for it to get back on its feet properly. And to me, that's not good enough anymore. I mean, look at Power World. A game that's currently in alpha beta state, and yet it's one of the most stable, brilliant games I've ever come across. But that's it for this video. What do you think? Are you willing to come back as a Blood Bowl? Are you waiting for a certain team you want to see out? Or are you waiting for the tools? Or are you waiting for some other things? Hey folks, that's it. What do you think? Are you willing to come back to Blood Bowl? Are you willing to give it a try? Or are you currently playing it now? Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next video. I'll catch you later.